Finding the Middle, Monday edition. Stream now.
I can understand where people on the far left are coming from, like AOC and all them, saying Chuck shouldn't drop the ball because he did. If this is your rallying cry that you used at election time, mind you, they played you. Like I said earlier, they played you. Why are you not towing the line? This has to get done. This has to get done. Or why not? Why not even take the Republicans to task and say, hey, you propose a couple separate bills to fund these agencies. Let's vote on them. Take them to task. Put the money where the mouth is. No, you did exactly what I said you were going to do. You got the Congress tucked its tail between its legs, played the American public, and then came back. And said, "Hey, oh look, we're going to do this, and we might vote on your health care by December." What? What? How would you feel if your job said, "Well, I'll vote on your paycheck. You might get some back pay. We might include fix your health insurance by the middle of December. See you next weekend." That's kind of how they treated it. Excuse me. You know, it's it's just insane. If it slips, another week of procedural hurdles is possible before before the final passage. I'm gonna post updates as I see them. Get the newsletter, follow along, because once some of the stuff irons out completely, I will send out a follow up. You know, why did some of these Democratic senators cross, right? So they want to end the economic pain. They're trying to protect workers. They're trying to secure a vote on ACA subsidies later. That's where they made the mistake. They should have guaranteed some sort of situation with the ACA ahead of time. But that ACA thing for including subsidies should include a mandatory solution within 1 year of how they're going to control costs going forward. Why others balked, right? No guaranteed healthcare extension, fear of losing leverage. You did to a degree. But I mean, again, in January, we're going to be at the same spot again, arguing over paying bills. The public mood, right? Consumer sentiment has been killed because of this. In the United States, it's slid near lows we haven't seen in years. The shutdown fatigue is real. There's a lot of people that depend on a lot of things, not just people that are on SNAP. There's a lot of people that depend on these things. Here in the middle of the road, right? Take certainty, paychecks, SNAP flow now. Legislate healthcare next. But that really needs to address the problem. So every year we're not sitting here going, well, let's fund it, increased rates from insurance companies. We have to fix these problems. And I'm sorry, the federal government is not the ones to do it. They can't even vote on making sure you got health care that you pay for. They can't even vote on that. They can't figure it out. Move it back to the states. Work with the states. Have the states get their own program set up for more of a statewide system to get people taken care of. Because the states are going to do a better job. I mean, heck, Republicans in here voted to increase funding for education without having to be called out vile people. Why? Because in certain situations, they know it's the right thing to do. On Capitol Hill, they wouldn't vote for nothing, not unless it was donated to them. But why others balked, right? Because of that, right? So, we talked about the sentiment. But if you got paid or your kid's program reopened, this deal does matter to you.